startup is as strong as its weakest link. This is an old saying, but it is particularly true when it comes to the impact of teamwork to a startup. You can have a great idea and work out a formidable marketing plan, but the overall success of every startup is dependent on the strength of the team. Now you may ask, how can I build a great team as a startup? That is what we're going to be talking about today on this episode of Ask an Expert. Welcome to another exciting and insightful episode of Ask an Expert. This is a platform where entrepreneurs in Nigeria and Africa as a whole can find business-related information relevant to our uniqueness as a people. If you're just stopping by this video for the first time, welcome to the family. My name is Makan Obize, M to the A to the C to the A to the double N-E. And today we will be talking about how to build a great team as a startup. The first thing you need to understand in building a great team for a successful startup is that it begins with the leader. According to the words of Michael Jordan, talents win games, but it takes teamwork and intelligence to win championship. Now, as a leader, you must resist that urge to be self-reliant. Many leaders try to control everything in a way that creates a counterproductive environment, and that kind of environment deters teamwork. If you are going to build a successful team, then you as a leader must create an environment where the employees can commit to a shared vision. When you make the employees feel like they are part of the bigger vision, it makes them commit more to the team. Employee commits more to a team when they feel they are part of it. Now, don't just tell them a dream. Look for a way to make them part of that dream. Let them see themselves in the dream, and they would wholeheartedly commit to the vision. Teamwork is not natural. It is a skill that can be learned and can be nurtured. Human beings tend to want to work individually because we are wired that way, but you can learn the skill of making people who work with you, your employees, to commit to your vision by sharing the bigger vision with them and making them see themselves in the vision. With that, they can commit to your team. The second point you need to have in mind is build a team spirit. Oftentimes, when working with a group, I've discovered that the problem is not usually with the task, but about achieving synergy with the team. Now, you need to encourage members of your team to build social interaction so that they can be able to bond and create empathy among themselves. Encourage the members of your team to build social interaction among themselves and their colleague to be able to understand themselves better and to also build empathy. It's often easier to work alone, but you achieve more when there is teamwork among the members of your team. When people understand themselves, when there's a team spirit and there's a mutual understanding among your team members, they tend to work better and achieve a greater result. There are skills you as a leader or as a startup should know when building a team. Now, the first skill you need to put into play in building a team is communication. Communication is the lifeline of any relationship, of every organization, and you as a leader must create a structure for communication to flow both from the least staff to the top staff. Open and ensure a clear means of communication. Ensure no one is left out, because if you're working with a team and there is someone who continuously feels left out, that person would not be able to give in his best or become so productive to the team. And also ensure that there is little or minimal office formalities, especially if you are working with a team with mixed generation, where we have Gen Z, Gen X, millennials working together with baby bloomers. Sometimes there may be clash if it's too formal If because the baby bloomers are the older people, sometimes they don't understand the ways the Gen Zs and the millennial work. So try to create a balance. If you discover that you have a team that is a fusion of these different generations, it's going to help everyone feel included and help you achieve your overall goal as a startup. So you need to understand the kind of people, the fusions of the generations you have in your office or in your organization, and see how to create a channel where everyone can freely express themselves and achieve the overall goal of the organization. The second skill you need to know in building a great team for your successful startup is empathy. Having a selfish interest is one of the great deterrents to achieving productivity as a team. When one member of a team is overburdened and overactive, there's a problem. And also when one other member of the team is just one person who is idle and doesn't really want to do much or add to the overall progress of the team, then it's a problem. So you have to see a way to encourage your team members to give in their best. You have to see a way to create bonds among your team members, because it is when they have created that bond, they can easily empathize to help out each other and achieve the overall organization objective. How can you do that? Now you can begin to create things that can make your team members bond. So you can begin to celebrate birthdays of each team members. You can also create activities, vacation or hangout for members of your team. And when you come to that hangout, see how to bring in different activities that would engage different members of your team to work together. By the time they come out of their shells and begin to interact with each other, you would see that empathy is built among them. And when there is empathy, each member of the team can consider the other person, and they can all just understand each other and work towards the overall goal of your organization. The third skill that enables teamwork is agreement. There's a Christian saying that goes, two cannot work together except they agree. The same thing applies to team. If the members of your team are not agreeing, then there's a problem. Productivity is multiplied, or it increases, when the members of your team can quickly reach a decision. So you need to see how to apply the skill of agreement in building your team. The fourth skill that enables teamwork is structure. Oftentimes, startups struggle with maintaining structure. Now, it is better to build a structure even with when there are just two members of your team, because it makes it easier when other people are joining. They are coming to meet an already implemented structure on ground. So it's easier to build structure from the scratch than getting to a point where there are a lot of persons and you're trying to build structure. So as a startup, even you just have one person or two persons working with you, see a way to build a structure around there. It makes it easier when the business grows and more employees come on board. It is easier for them to pipe in to the already existing structure than starting a whole new structure from the scratch. So in trying to build a structure for your startup, you need to know that accountability, priority, and leadership is a very important and integral part of the structure you should build for your team. Encourage your team members to prioritize and uphold the value and the ethics of your organization, no matter how little. Make them to become more accountable to the leader for every little task, and they should prioritize the tasks of the business and be accountable to the leaders, no matter how. As your startup begins to grow and new staff come on board, you would see the benefits of building structure. In conclusion, a well-synchronized team creates a healthy work environment, because such synergy promotes balance in the life of team members. So when there is a well-structured plan, it creates a healthy work environment, and it promotes balance in the life of your team members. So see how to apply some of these skills we have shared in this video to your business, no matter how small. Even if you're the only one, even if you're just two persons, it is easier to put a structure now that is small, and it makes it easier when you scale. Thank you very much for joining us on this insightful episode of Ask an Expert. Remember to hit the subscribe button and turn on bell notification and hit the bell notification so that you don't miss out of the content we bring to you 2 times every week. See you again in the next episode of the show. You can head on to our website at www.experts.ng/blog to see a lot of content we have to help you grow your business, whether you're a startup or an entrepreneur in Nigeria or any part of Africa. We have content that's going to help you scale and grow your business. And also send us a mail if you've got any question to askанexpertng@gmail.com. See you soon.